Hello and welcome to Cognilium.ai. We are a software engineering consultancy focused on AI and data engineering. Today, I'll showcase some of the services that we offer. So, in this data aggregation or web scraping process, we come across different types of websites with different level of challenges that they offer, and we categorize them into two categories. One is the simple ones, one is the complex ones. In the simple ones, we see static websites. There are not many of them, to be honest, but then there are many of them with API based React style websites, which comes under the easy ones. Then comes the super complicated or the complicated ones. In those, we have these JS rendered websites. We have these single page applications with infinite scroll. We have authentication and session based websites. They are not mostly in aggregator cases, but in some cases like social media, we come across them and we have solution for them. Let's go into the different challenges that bot detection or rate limiting of website can throw at you. And the simple ones are IP blockers. Your IP, if it's rate limited, you need to replace it or rotate it. Which means that you cannot concurrently scrape for very long with a single IP. Then the dynamic content. If there is a dynamic content issue, you cannot use any simpler library or any lightweight method to extract the data at scale, which means you have to go for a browser, and browsers are very resource intensive. For that, we have scalable browser grid solution. And then there is another problem that they throw at you. Some of the websites, they change the HTML structure, which easily breaks the parser. So for example, for an hour or a day it would work, the other day the website will dynamically give you a different HTML, which means in such cases it's very hard to parse their data. We have solution for that. Then in some cases, some of the websites throws a captcha at you. That can be solved. But one of the modern things that these days the bot detection technologies are equipped with is browser fingerprinting. If they are JS rendered or they have dynamic content and you are using a browser, the normal Selenium or Playwright or Puppeteer, they catch you. And the way they catch you is that any browser has access to different computers' resources, and these detection technologies get triggered with suspicious behavior in any of these things like screen resolution, different of time zone between the proxy IP or the Selenium Chrome or any browser that you're using. It could be the CPU class. For example, if it's a server grade, it means it's a bot sitting in a data center somewhere. The ad blockers, I mean, normal Selenium browsers, we don't use ad blockers, and this gets us caught. Then there is fonts. Uh, what kind of plugins. In some cases, these fingerprint technologies can also see what other hardware do you have in place, like graphic card, sound card. So this is what the browser fingerprint is, and we provide different ways to bypass these bot detection and rate limiting uh, technologies that the website throws at your script. These are different scenarios with which these bot detection can be avoided. Just to begin, the simplest solution is just to rotate the IPs, have a rotating IP residential or data center, have the headful browser if the content is not easily extractable with any lighter method like requests library or something similar. You can go for a headless browser hosted horizontally on your infrastructure for cheap, and you don't have to worry about the resources running out too soon. So also the user agent rotation, some of these two, the proxy rotation and user agent rotation, about 80% of the time they do the job and the rest gets sorted. Then in some complex scenarios where the target retailer is spending a lot of money on bot detection, you can be facing the fingerprinting where we need to rotate the different parameters that I just explained that are that are looked into for fingerprint identification. We can use specialized anti-detect browsers, which is not Chrome, not Edge, or Firefox. It's purpose built to avoid bot detection, and the same others apply from the previous slide. Then there is a costly solution. If you are scraping something like social media, you can have a paid CAPTCHA solver. We can provide that as well. And if none of these work, if it's too difficult, we also provide AI-based solution where you can put real laptops with residential IPs, and instead of hiring humans, you can use Gen AI agents to use them, mimic real human behavior, and never get caught. This is costly, of course, but this scales, this works, and there is some predictability that you can bypass the bot detection.